Everyone stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good morning. Matt is at an important family event in Washington, D.C. today. I'm sure you'll hear about it at a later date. First thing I want to do is make a motion to recess the Commissioners meeting to hold a retirement board meeting.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Motion to call to order the retirement board meeting.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. A motion to approve the May 20th, 2026 agenda.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the April 15th, 2026 minutes.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Under new business, the motion to approve refunds of contributions to employees no longer with the county, and there are 9 listed.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Motion to adjourn the retirement board.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Motion to reconvene the Commissioners meeting.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Any public comments or questions concerning today's agenda?
Isabel Smith, just a correction to the minutes from last meeting. They included the rebuttal from Mrs. Caceres, but they didn't include my statement. And my statement was about that I'm concerned about, although we've overbuilt the prison and it's been there for 30 years, we're now using 100% of ICE money to fund our prison system. And I'm very concerned that for the community, that is how we're funding our. And I wanted that on the record that it's. I know we're saying we're going to do something about looking alternative ways to make money, but I think it's very important for the community to understand that we have now turned this into a concentration camp.
Wow. I don't even know how to
Ma'am, I
respond to
object
that.
to that statement. That's not a concentration camp, and that's insulting to both the guards and the warden who work there every day to keep people safe. I really suggest you start using words that aren't so inflammatory.
Immigrants and concerned are in concentration camp.
No, they're not, ma'am. I'm sorry, but that's insulting to the warden. Put that in the minutes, please.
Sure, my statement's there too, please.
Anyone else? Okay, a motion to approve the May 20th, 2026 agenda.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to approve the May 6th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to approve the May 13th, 2026 conference minutes.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to approve the payment from the general fund and county bills, $821,004.26.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to approve a payment from the Board of Elections Fund of $22,430.60.
Motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Under personnel, motion to acknowledge receipt of a letter from Sheriff Vini advising that he has hired Michael Gitchick as a deputy sheriff in the sheriff's office for a 40-hour work week effective June 1st, 2026 with benefits after 90 days. This is a replacement position.
Motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to change the status of John Janosic from full-time to part-time driver in Transportation Department at the same pay rate effective June 8th, 2026. This is a replacement position.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to recess the Commissioners meeting to hold a salary board meeting.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to convene the salary board.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to approve the May 6th, May 13th, 2026 salary board minutes.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to set the hourly rate of Michael Gessick to $25.15 per hour as a deputy sheriff in the sheriff's office for a 40-hour work week effective June 1, 2026 with benefits after 90 days.
Motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn the salary board.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to reconvene the Commissioners meeting.
Motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to award bids for the purchases of groceries and frozen foods for the period of July 1, 2026 to October 31st, 2026 on behalf of the Corrections Facility to Mavilla in the amount of $76,835.50, Driscoll in the amount of $22,643.58, Cisco in the amount of $18,180.94, Bernard in the amount of $10,975.76, and Foods Galore in the amount of $75,075.84 for a total amount of $203,711.62.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to approve a quote from Morgan Site Contractors in the amount of $10,652.50 for barriers and signage for Pike County Bridge number 18, and that's the East Sugar Mountain Bridge.
Motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Under new business, motion to adopt resolution number 26-14, Mental Health Awareness Month, May 2026.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. And Krista, would you read that?
Whereas mental health is a key component of every individual's overall physical health and emotional well-being. And whereas mental health conditions are common and impact people of all races, ethnicities, and socioeconomic backgrounds. And whereas prevention, early identification, intervention, and treatment of mental health conditions can improve and even save lives. And whereas mental health advocacy is crucial to raising public awareness, breaking down stigma and discrimination, encouraging self-advocacy, and delivering timely and quality mental health services. And whereas we strive to create a community that supports mental wellness by increasing access to treatment, educating ourselves about the effects of trauma and mental health challenges, and supporting our neighbors as they seek to improve their mental well-being. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Pike County do hereby proclaim the month of May 2026 as National Mental Health Awareness Month to raise public awareness and understanding of available mental health resources within the community and to reduce the stigma faced by people with mental health conditions.
Thank you, Krista. I think we have Maria here. Would you like to say a few words and introduce yourself and tell us where you're from? You can come up front, please, if you want to. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I'm Nadia Martinez. I'm the Executive Director of NAMI, Carbon, Monroe, and Pike. We, the new affiliated here in the county, and I want to offer that we have support group here in Pike County for family members who suffer from mental illness or mental health. It's the second and the fourth Thursday of the month. Also, I want to say that we're here and to reach more people and even individuals. Carbon Monroe have already individual support groups, and our work is to do the same thing in Pike County with the help of everybody in the community. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you for all the work that you do. Motion to adopt resolution number 26-15, EMS Week, May 17th through the 23rd, 2026, and I'll read that resolution.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Thank you. Resolution number 26-15, Emergency Medical Services, EMS Week, May 17th-23, 2026. Whereas emergency medical services is a vital public service, and whereas the members of emergency medical services team are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury. And whereas emergency medical services fills healthcare gaps by providing important out-of-hospital, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to telemedicine. And whereas the emergency medical services system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, pre-hospital nurses, emergency physicians, trained members of the public, and other out-of-hospital medical care providers. And whereas the members of emergency medical services teams whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. And whereas it is appropriate to recognize the value and accomplishments of emergency medical service providers by designating the Emergency Medical Services Week. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Pike County, in recognition of this event, do hereby proclaim the week of May 17th through 23rd, 2026 as Emergency Medical Services Week. The 52nd anniversary of EMS Week theme is EMS Week, Improving Outcomes. Together, we encourage the community to observe this week with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities in honor of the EMS profession and the essential service it provides. We have a number of people here today. I feel very safe in this meeting today. Tim, would you like to speak first?
Sure. Good morning, everybody. Just like to thank everybody for coming today. Very important week for the EMS folks. Excuse me. As you know, it's EMS week. We're very fortunate here in Pike County. We have great EMS people. A lot of work, a lot of time has been put into it on everybody's part, but we couldn't do it without the responders themselves. You know, as you travel the state, there's issues here, there's issues there, and not here in Pike County. We're solid. We have what we need. We keep building on that program. We have students here from class. We have responders here. We have Moats here. He's gonna help you too. It's a blessing to be here, and I'm really happy to see the support from the responders coming out today. And they know we have their back, and they have our back as well. And we're very proud of what we've accomplished here in Pike County.
Tim, if you don't mind, don't leave. I would like to hear from the students.
Oh, yes.
I would like to hear what they like most about this and why they chose it.
Sure. Angie, you want to speak on it?
Yeah, sure. Oh, you want me to go? Yes.
Hey, you guys.
All right, here. Come on. I'm not a student.
Oh, you're like, I'm done already.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Okay.
Hi, my name is Angie Smith. I am the Forage Director for the County of Penn State Extension. I am working with the school district with Chief Moglia. We, a couple years ago, brought back the First Responders Club. And the goal of our club is to kind of be that pre-introductory, getting kids involved, helping them to, develop their own emergency preparedness skills, but also introduce them to careers in emergency service. And we have some people here that are currently in high school. I mean, you can just wave from there. Who already completed the EMT course, and we have 2 of our students here who are our club members who are currently involved in the current class at the training center. So if you guys want to tell them what, out of all the things, because we introduce a lot of different things. I have students that have gone into the fire service and are junior members in a bunch of our departments. We have ones that are more interested in rescue type of things. I have one kid who came to my camp and is dead set on becoming a dispatcher when she grows up. So there's a spot for everybody in emergency services, and these 2 kind of chose to go the EMT route too. So
Just like to hear quickly why and what you like about what you're doing so far.
I think, obviously, it never gets stale. There's never a stale moment. But I think one of the biggest things is that for a lot of people, this is their first family. You know what I mean? For some people, it's their second family, but most importantly, you could not know somebody at all, they'll be there for you. They have resources, there's just a lot of moments, and obviously you get that personal connection with patients as well. I've been on around 9 or 10 ride-alongs now. I have about 7 to 8 patient contacts. You learn a lot. You learn a lot of failures, you learn a lot of what you're really good at. But first of all, you learn empathy. Whether you struggle with that to begin with or not, you will have it by the end of it.
Yeah.
So you learn to care a lot. You get more involved with a lot of community. So just overall, it's a lot of the connection with people that really does it for me.
Thank you. And what's your name?
I'm Elijah.
And what grade are you?
I'm in 11th.
God bless. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Taylor. I started it with Elijah. I've been in the fire room for about 3 years, but I started this so I could help more people out of county, out of state, so I could do as a paid job now too. and I'm trying to do it as a co-op area. I'm in the healthcare CT class with DB as a level 2 11th grader. I like EMS because you're helping a lot of people. You're going to their worst day, but you can get treated as everything else.
Thank you both very much.
That's fantastic, and I do also want to say that one of the uniquenesses about Pike County is that we have a fund that's created through the Greater Pike Community Foundation, and it's for scholarships for EMTs, and we just had a fundraiser on Monday for it, and there's about well, there's more now, there's about $150,000 in that fund, and it's used for scholarships for anybody who would like to become an EMT and enroll in one of the fine courses out at Tim's center out there. And so far, since we've initiated that fund, there's been about I got these stats from Tim just the other day for that event, but 136 people have gone through the EMT course, and now they're doing advanced EMT courses as well. So it's an exceptional program, but when you think of releasing 150 EMTs into a little county like Pike County, the impact is phenomenal, and you're saving lives and you're doing good work, and we appreciate that, because for the most part, they're some kind of mix between volunteer and paid professionals, but it's moving more toward paid professionals. So for the young people, it is an opportunity for a career, and we thank you for being involved. I also want to recognize that the Lehman EMS people here that are here today. They have a very robust system in place out there, and I know that that's been something that has grown over the last couple of years, so we thank you for your service. And anyone else that's in here that providing those services, it is the most important thing that you can do for your community, is to meet people when they're in need. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Back to the program. So the next motion is a motion to adopt resolution number 2616, Female Veterans Recognition Day, June 12th, 2026. And Krista, would you read that resolution?
Sure.
Motion.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, both beginning.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay. Whereas women have courageously served in the armed forces of the United States since the founding of our nation, demonstrating unwavering dedication, patriotism, and sacrifice. And whereas female service members have defended our freedoms in every major conflict from the American Revolution to present-day operations around the globe, serving with distinction in the United States Army, United States Navy, United States Marine Corps, United States Air Force, United States Coast Guard, and United States Space Force. And whereas the establishment of the Women's Veterans Program within the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs reflects our nation's commitment to recognizing and addressing the unique contributions and needs of women who have served. And whereas female veterans have broken barriers, shattered stereotypes, and paved the way for future generations of women in military service and leadership roles. And whereas women veterans continue to serve our communities as leaders, professionals, caregivers, entrepreneurs, and public servants, strengthening the civic, economic, and social fabric of our county. And whereas it is fitting that we set aside June 12th to recognize and honor the valor, resilience, and sacrifice of all female veterans, and to express our gratitude for their service to our nation and our community. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Pike County Commissioners hereby proclaims June 12th, 2026 as Female Veterans Recognition Day in the County of Pike, and urges all residents to join in honoring and celebrating the extraordinary service and contributions of women who have proudly worn the uniform of the United States Armed Forces. Be it further proclaimed that we encourage citizens, businesses, schools, and community organizations to observe this day with appropriate ceremonies, programs, and activities that recognizes the achievements and sacrifices of our female veterans.
So with us here today, we have Josiah Schrader, the Director of Pike County Veterans Affairs, the finest director in the state. So would you like to say a few words, and also maybe highlight the event that's coming up?
Yes. Actually, Josiah can do that.
I think I can do that.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me today. First, as a veteran medic in the United States Army, I want to thank the EMS team, new and upcomers, for what you guys continue to do. Completely respect and appreciate what you guys do and continue to do, so thank you. So just happy to report that the office has been outstanding. We've been a little overtasked these days, but we're celebrating my 4 years, Nikki Heck's 2 years, and Chris Davis is just over 1 year. And so this is important because we're showing a lot of continuation in the office and representing veterans. Over the last 4 years, we've seen a steady increase in veterans utilizing services in the office. Pike County has one of the highest veteran population, 5%, utilizing and getting VA benefits, and that is at 40%. Still relatively low, and we're looking to increase that, but still one of the highest in the 67 counties in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Currently, our offices represent 43% of those veterans that are getting benefits. We still continue to grow and assist and provide resources free of charge to veterans. And I want to highlight this, that we are providing these services free of charge. There are some veterans that are inclined to pay for services, and that may not be necessary all the time. We encourage them to come to our office. All too often I hear veterans and their spouses saying that they didn't know our office exists, and so I try to do as much outreach as possible to make sure that veterans are aware and informed of what we're providing. Through representing the veterans in our office, we're on track to return $17 million of VA benefits back to the veterans and the spouses this year alone. Along with the federal benefits, we also work on providing temporary assistance through our state programs and other local nonprofit veteran organizations. Currently, we're over $30,000 of providing financial assistance to veterans who are in crisis. And so thank you for the support that you've given to our office, and it's definitely reflected into the community. So for the updates, we do have a luncheon to recognize female veterans and the commitment they serve to our country, along with a Citizens Award to Kay Lemon, and that proclamation was received already, I think, in a previous commissioners meeting. And then we're also recognizing individuals who are at Delaware Valley who have raised their right hand and committed service to our great nation. And so we look forward to hosting that this Friday. We are still doing the Veterans Discount Card program. And so if you know of any small businesses or are a small business that would like to participate, please come in and sign up, and we'll gladly get you on board. I think I missed something, sorry. We have some changes to our state programs that are coming down. I don't foresee any issues with impacting individuals, but if there's any concerns in the community, please reach out and we'll definitely address those concerns. We have the Memorial Day Parade coming up this Monday, so please make sure you're out and supporting the parade. That's going to be hosted by a local VFW. We have the American 250 Parade coming up July 4th, and so please make sure you're coming out and supporting that as well. And please, on this Memorial Day weekend, have a safe and somber weekend.
Thank you, Josiah.
Thank you, Josiah. I did an interview this morning and they asked me a question about homeless veterans in Pike. Are you aware of any, or is there an overwhelming number that you're aware of?
So this current credit count for 2026, our numbers here for Pike County were at 0. Now that does change throughout the year, but the pit count is normally done on the coldest day of the year, and things are starting to warm up, so those numbers might reflect that. If there is concern of a veteran being homeless, please have the individual or the person that is making that contact communicate that with our office. We do have programs to help veterans into temporary assistance places and also long-term care as well.
Awesome, thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Motion to adopt resolution number 26-17, a resolution of the Pike County Board of Commissioners to authorize submission of a grant application for funding for a dam restoration project.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to execute the collective bargaining agreement between Pike County and the Pike County Corrections Facility Corrections Officers, AFSCME, AFL-CIO O Council 13 for the period of June 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2028.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to authorize the Vice Chairman to execute the medical and pharmacy consulting services statement of work between Foster and Foster Consultant Actuaries, Inc. and the County of Pike.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to execute the agreement for subcontracted services between Ryan's Deli and the County of Pike on behalf of the Area Agency on Aging.
Motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the Fair Human Services Payment Voucher in the amount of $2,294.41 on behalf of the Office of Human Services.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Under miscellaneous, as we do at every meeting, Angie, take note of the Penn State Extension calendar of events. I think we just mentioned the parade for the 250th on July 4th. We do expect that to be a big event, and we invited all of the municipalities to participate with a float, and they'll be recognized during that parade. And finally,
Hold on.
whoops, sorry.
Angie.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Angie.
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Well,
thank
you
you.
can learn about all the rest of the things that Penn State has going on through the packet. I did just want to highlight, because it is EMS week, that our Intro to Emergency Services Camp is going to be held again this summer with the cooperation of the awesome people at the training center. So this is a great opportunity for kids who are not necessarily juniors in apartments, who are just kind of looking for that introductory, what is going on, how can I get involved, that new personnel. So it's a week long at the training center. I run it through my office again with them. We have lots of great guest presentations. It's only $30 to become a 4-H member for the year to be able to go, and we have programs that can help with that as well if it's an issue. So please spread the word and help me get kids middle and high school to sign up.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Angie.
Thank you.
So, the next is a presentation from Vision Government Solutions. I think you're all aware that we're starting a reassessment. Our current values across the county are from 1994. More than 30 years ago, as you can imagine. They are not as relevant today as they were then. So we've started the process of doing a reassessment, and we have enlisted Vision to help us through that process, and they're here to provide you with some information, and
I think she's muted.
they are the professionals. So if you have questions, ask today.
Okay.
So we have Cindy from Vision and JR, who is a project manager.
Can we hear you, Cindy?
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
we
Okay,
can. Yep.
perfect.
Well, thank you.
Everyone, I apologize for not being there in person. I had a family commitment that came up suddenly, so couldn't make the 5.5-hour drive, but you're in capable hands with JR, who is directing this project on site. So, JR.
Thank you, Cindy. Again, my name is J.R. Hardister, or as Ron mentioned earlier, Charles Hardister, I go by Jr. But if you want to know me, I'm John Roberts, so that's my fictitious name. But anyways, we're here to kind of discuss the reassessment. But before I do talk about that, I do want to mention thank you to all of our first responders in EMS during your week. Your work does not go unnoticed. So we thank you for everything you do. You put timeless hours in that most people don't even see you doing. So thank you very much. So with that being said, as everyone's aware, Pike signed a contract with Vision Government Solutions to do a ratio study change effective January 1 of 2027. They've also signed a contract to do a full-blown countywide reassessment going into effect January 1 of 2029. I'm here today to pretty much discuss and expect what you should expect for the remainder of 2026, which is going to be the ratio change. So to give you a little bit of a history of what the ratio change is like Commissioner Ron mentioned a little bit ago, Pike County did a reassessment in 1994. So everyone's values are based off of a 1994 market value. All right, and what makes it even a little harder for people to understand, it's not at 100%. So when you receive a tax bill, your tax bill only represents 25%
of the 100% market value of 1994. So what the commissioners have contracted us to do is, for the end of this year, going into effect January 1 of 2027, is change that 25% to be 100% of your 1994 base year market value. So what that actually means is everyone's assessment is going to go up 4 times. All right? But please do not panic. Do not get worked up. Because when the assessment goes up 4 times, that means the tax embodied millages are going to go down 4 times. So I'm going to give an example here. So we have a base year assessment of $80,000. So currently your tax bill, because you were only paying at 25%, would be $20,000. All right. So you have a county millage right now of 27.99 mils. So if you take your 20,000 and multiply it by 27.99 mils, you get a county tax of $559.80. So that's what a property being assessed at $20,000 today is worth. January 1, that assessment will increase to $80,000. However, the county millage will go from 27.99 down to 6.9975. So if you take your 80,000 and multiply it by a millage of 6.9975, you get $559.80, meaning that this ratio change is revenue neutral. The commissioners are not making any additional money. They are updating the way we are assessing the property for one reason, and it is to make it easier for property owners to understand when we complete the second reassessment. Now you're comparing a 100% 1994 market value to a 100% 2028 market value rather than at 25%. It makes it a little easier to understand. So what property owners should expect is on or before July 1, you will receive a notice in the mail giving you a final value. And that will show you the 4 times increase in your assessment. In the example I gave you, the old value would be 20,000. The new value would be 80,000. On that notice, you're going to see what's called a tax impact statement. And that's going to show you exactly what I just explained to each and every one of you, that your assessment is going to go up, but your taxes are going to remain the same. All right, again, this is not, it's a revenue neutral assessment. And that is the process of the ratio change, is to bring it up from 25% to 100%. More information on the ratio change and the reassessment can be found on Pike County's website at pikepa.org or on Vision's Pike County Reassessment website, which I apologize, it is a little longer. It's vgsi.com/Pike-County-PA-reassessment. You can find out all the information about both projects on the website. At future commissioner meetings, myself or another one of our team members will be attending to maybe explain more of the full-blown reassessment that's going to kick off later this year and go into effect January 1 of 2029. The first step of that, some of you might start to see later on this year, where you will have data collectors visiting your property to take accurate measurements. But again, we will come into a commissioner's meeting and make a more formal presentation on that part of the project a little later. We don't want to confuse property owners on the 2 projects that are going on. The first thing that is going on is your ratio change. That's going to go from 25% to 100%. Again, you should expect a notice. Every property owner, whether they pay taxes or not, will receive a notice on or before July 1 of 2026. If you do not receive one, I please highly encourage you to contact the assessment office or the Vision phone number that is on. I do have a handful of these brochures, and these brochures are available on our website as well. There's a phone number there that you can contact if you do not get a notice on or before July 1. Cindy, would you like to add anything?
No, I think you've covered it. Are there any questions from any of you?
Yes.
Good morning, and thank you very much for your statements. As a second homeowner and a person that believes in transparency in government, I'd like to share some information just to balance the entire conversation. First of all, Vision Government Solutions has been around almost 50 years. I think it got founded in 1975, according to your CEO, Paul Smith. You're owned by a private equity firm that's owned by a private equity firm. You're partnered with over 600 local governments. So this company is very comfortable and familiar with dealing with municipalities like Pike County. From a transparency standpoint, full transparency now, in 2018, a fellow county in Pennsylvania, Schuylkill, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it. Schuylkill. I'm not a Pennsylvania, I'm a New Yorker. Schuylkill County filed a lawsuit against Vision Government Solutions as it relates to violating Pennsylvania Uniformity Clause, and there's an entity called the Community Justice Project that addresses unequal tax burdens. So that's the balance of what we as Pike County residents may hear. Yet I think from the due diligence of our commissioners, they've engaged a business that has been around for 50 years and knows how to do these tax assessments. From my own research, though, just to keep a balance of the conversation, on a federal, national level, is what's called the 3-3-3 rule of thumb. It's not statistically confirmed, but a lot of property owners nationally, when it comes to tax reassessments, believe and have somewhat proven in some counties, 1/3 of the residents in a municipality will possibly see a decrease in their taxes. 1/3 might see that their taxes remain level. What happens to that other third? That other third may see an increase in their taxes. So, in a true transparency standpoint, there's a possibility within Pike County, 2/3 of us as property owners may remain fat and happy, 1/3 may feel something. So in light of early discussions about how we respond as Pike County residents, we may see some heat during these assessments, we may not see some heat. My advice to everybody as a taxpayer and property owner is engage the company. They've been around, they've been doing it for 50 years. They know the drill, and they've already worked with over 600 other municipalities. Yet, be a wise property owner, okay? God bless.
Thank you, Kevin. If I could just comment briefly, above and beyond Vision's longtime experience, we have been engaged with the company that is owned by Cindy and her husband Gene for many, 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 many years, and they were purchased by Vision, but they've been operating our assessment office for many years. When we looked at doing a reassessment, we did look at other organizations, but the relationship that we've had them is a level of trust that we felt very, very comfortable with, and we're very comfortable with the Vision. But not to say that things don't happen, and we will certainly be aware of anything that could happen. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Can I comment on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
I would like to first thank you for the kind words. One thing I want to say about our company is even though we are all over the United States, who is working on the Pike project is all Pennsylvania-based individuals. There is no one from outside of Pennsylvania. In fact, the people working on this project probably have over 300 to 400 years experience in the assessment profession in Pennsylvania. Some of us have worked in counties like Pike. Others have been in reassessment companies for decades. No one can compete with our over 400 years of experience. So, and the other comment about the one-third, up, down, that will take place in the second reassessment. This first reassessment, there's not going to be a change because all we're doing is multiplying your assessment by 4, so it's going to stay the same. When we do the full-blown reassessment in 2029, that is where you will see typically the 1/3 down, 1/3 stay the same, and 1/3 go up. So just wanted to at least clarify that since we're doing 2 projects. But thank you for those comments.
Anyone else?
Cindy.
Chime in here?
Yep.
I'd like to chime in just briefly. Thank you for the research you're doing, sir. We are with you. Everything's going to be above board. We are transparent. We are going to run a very aggressive public relations campaign. The Schuylkill lawsuit that Vision was named in triggered their reassessment. They had gotten, the county themselves had gotten into an inequity lawsuit because they were so old. They had gone so long between their last reassessment and the current one. So Vision was named in it, but it was of no fault of any of the parties. It just triggered that reassessment there, which was completed last year and fell well within the IAAO standards of uniformity and compliancy. To echo JR's and Commissioner, I really appreciate your words. We are Pennsylvania born and bred. Many of us have been in this profession for decades. The people on the Pike project are very veteran in this process. They are certified. They know what they're doing. Pike County is in good hands. My husband and I, for the former company, EST, have been with Pike for over 20 years. So we're not new to this. We will be there for the public. We are going to be transparent and we welcome feedback. We welcome any questions directed to us so that we can answer them publicly and openly. So thank you again for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. Anyone else? I'll also say this is something that no commissioner ever wants to do. We wish that this could go on and on and on forever. It's the responsible and right thing to do. Time is up. It's been kicked down the road for many, many years because it's a really large project and it creates controversy just because you may not agree with things, but always think about what your property is worth and what you would sell it for, and usually that quells a lot of the concern. But this is something we feel a great responsibility to do. We are 100%, the 3 of us, behind this project and think the time is now. So we ask for your patience as we go through this over the next couple of years, but we are in good hands. So thank you.
Another comment if possible. Tying back to the transparency, Vision Government Solutions in conjunction with the county, we are out looking for what we call an advisory committee. And this advisory committee is people of the public who are kind of be the intermediary between the county, Vision, and the public. You're going to be our voice to the public. You're going to be involved in the project. You're going to be kept up to date. So the commissioners are looking for members who would be interested in volunteering to sit on this committee. It would be maybe a once a month commitment where you would meet with a small group. We're going to update you on what we are doing, what the county is doing, so that when you are out in the public and people are causing concerns, you can give them the facts instead of rumors being brought up. We want facts. We want to be transparent. So that's why we create this advisory committee. So if any of you haven't expressed any interest, or if you know someone that might be interested, we ask you to please reach out to the commissioners, and we will set up a meeting sometime late summer on our first advisory committee. Anything you'd like to add?
No, thank you.
Cindy?
Yes.
I apologize. I hope I didn't portray my communication as negative. It was totally positive from a government standpoint and transparency standpoint. We all, just like with respect to a lot of other issues that go on in this room, government requires funding. Government requires a lot of other activities that engage us as taxpayers. The reassessment element within taxation and within furthering the capabilities of a county like rural Pike County. It has tentacles everywhere. When a medical facility like Northwell looks at us, or when a company wants to bring in an infrastructure of a business into Pike County, all these things are kind of tied together. And that's what I was trying to communicate as well. And that's why I started off with, you guys have been in the business since '75, and you've touched so many other municipalities. Yeah, there's going to be kickback, and I understand that, but I didn't want to portray Cindy and your company with your husband as anything negative. Far from that.
Thank you. Thank you, JR.
Thanks for being right here.
You can pick these up if you'd like. Any other press, public comments? Seeing none, motion to adjourn. Thank you, everyone.